Look at your phone. Look at that little icon. 500 days. A perfect streak. Thousands of points. You feel like a champion, right? You look at your screen and you think, I am learning English. I am doing a great job. I am moving forward every day. But I have a very important question for you. A question that might be a little scary. If I take away your phone right now and a native speaker walks into your room, what happens? Do those points on the screen become real words in your mouth? Does that green bird help you when you need to speak? Or do you suddenly feel like you know nothing? I want to tell you a story. It is a true story about my student, Kate. Kate is very smart. She is a manager in a large company. She is successful and hardworking. For 3 years, Kate was the perfect student. Every single morning, while she drank her coffee, she opened her app. She completed her lessons, she got her fire streak. 100 days, 300 days, 800 days. She never missed a lesson, not even on holidays. Not even when she was tired. But one Monday morning, her boss called her into his office. He said, Kate, we have a very important client coming next week. I need you to present our new project to them in English. You can do it, right? Kate smiled. She wanted to be professional. She said, of course. But then Kate went to the bathroom. She locked the door. And she cried. She sat there in silence and she cried. Why? Because she had 800 words in her phone. She had a gold medal in her app, but she had no words in her mouth. Not one word was ready when she needed it. She knew the words when she saw them on the screen, but she could not find them when she needed to speak to a real person. Today, we are going to talk about why this happens. We are going to talk about why the apps you love are sometimes the walls that stop you from speaking. We are going to learn why your brain deletes your English. And most importantly, I will show you how to take English out of your phone and put it into your real life. Let's be honest. Apps feel good. They are designed to make you feel successful. But there is a big secret in language learning. Recognizing a word on a screen is not the same as speaking a word in a conversation. Think about this. Imagine you are walking on a busy street. You see a face. You think, oh, I know this person. We were in school together 10 years ago. You recognize the face, but you cannot remember their name. You want to say hello, but you don't know what to call them. You just stand there. This is exactly what apps do. They teach your brain to recognize faces, to recognize words when you see them in a list. But when you are in a meeting or in a real conversation, you don't have a list. You don't have multiple choice buttons. You need to find the word in your head fast and put it in your mouth. Learning English only with an app is like playing a racing game on a computer. You press a button to turn left. You press a button to stop. It is easy. It is safe. But what happens if I give you a real car? In a real city? With real traffic and rain and noise? You will be afraid. You will freeze. You cannot drive. Why? Because the video game did not teach you how the car feels. The game did not teach you how to react to the real world. So why does your brain delete the English you study so hard? It is because your brain is a filter. Your brain is incredibly busy every second of the day. It sees thousands of things. To save energy, your brain deletes about 80% of what happens to you every single day. It thinks, do I need this word? No, it's just a button on a screen. Delete, delete, delete. Your brain has one very simple rule for memory. If I feel it, I keep it. Think about a hot stove in your kitchen. Imagine you are cooking and you touch the stove. It is hot. It hurts. You don't need to open a textbook to learn the word hot. You don't need a flashcard, you felt it. And now you know that word forever. I remember when I was 17 years old. My English was not very good. I was watching a movie. It was a very sad scene. A girl was crying quietly. Her friend put a hand on her shoulder and said, "You don't have to be brave right now." Brave. In that moment, I was not studying. I was not a student with a notebook. I was a person feeling the sadness of the girl and the kindness of her friend. That word did not go into a list. It went into my soul. It was 20 years ago, but I still remember that moment perfectly. I don't need to translate the word brave. I feel what it means because I connected it to a real emotion. Apps give you words like apple, office, or manager, but they give them to you in a vacuum. There is no story. There is no smell. There is no feeling. Your brain sees a word without a soul, and it hits the delete button. To fix this, we need to change how we learn. We need to move from playing a game to living the language. Kate changed her life using 3 specific tools, and you can use them too. Tool 1, the life link. The first thing you must do is stop using examples from a dictionary. If a textbook says the weather is nice today, ignore it. Your brain does not care about the weather in a book. It's not real. Instead, you must connect every new word to a real moment in your life. Here is how it works. Let's look at the word overwhelmed. This is a big word, but it's very useful. It means when you have too much work, too much pressure, and you feel like you cannot breathe. When Kate learned this word, she didn't write to overwhelmed equals very busy. No, she used the life link. She thought about her real day. She wrote this sentence. I felt overwhelmed on Tuesday morning because I had 40 emails and my coffee was cold. Think about that sentence. It has a day. Tuesday, it has a problem. 40 emails. It even has a smell and a temperature. Cold coffee. Now, when Kate wants to say overwhelmed, her brain doesn't look for a dictionary. It looks for that Tuesday morning. It remembers the cold coffee. The word is now part of her story. It is anchored to her reality. I want you to try this right now. Don't just watch this video. Think of one English word you learned this week. Any word. Now think about your yesterday. What happened? Write one true sentence about your life using that word in the comments below. It must be true. It must be about you. Okay, and now tool 2. The 24-hour rule. Your brain has a delete button that works every single night when you sleep. This is a scientific fact. While you sleep, your brain looks at everything you learned today and asks, did we use this? Is this useful for our survival? If you did not use a new word in the first 24 hours, your brain thinks it is trash. It throws the word away to make room for new things. To stop this, Kate started what I call the kitchen practice. It sounds very simple, almost silly. Every night when Kate was in her kitchen making her tea, she had to say 3 sentences out loud. She talked about her day using her new words. She would stand there and say, "Today was exhausting. My boss was very supportive at the meeting. I felt overwhelmed, but I finished my work. No one was listening to her, only the tea kettle and the walls. But it didn't matter. Her mouth was moving. Her brain was practicing retrieval, finding the word and bringing it out into the air. By doing this in the first 24 hours, she told her brain, "Wait, don't delete this. This word is real. We are using it in our kitchen. We need it." and the brain kept the word. Tool 3. Vibe listening. Many students make a big mistake when they listen to English. They press play. They listen for 10 seconds. They hear a word they don't know. They stop. They open a dictionary. They write the word down. Then they press play again. This is not listening. This is an autopsy. You are cutting the language into small, dead pieces. It makes English feel like a difficult math problem. It makes you feel tired and bored. I want you to try vibe listening. Put on a podcast, a song, or a story in English. In fact, you can choose any story or video here on my channel. Do not try to understand every single word. Put the dictionary away. Just listen to the music of the language. Listen to the vibe. Where does the person sound happy? Where do they sound tired? Where do they pause because they are thinking? When you listen for the feeling, your brain stops fighting the language. It starts accepting the rhythm. Slowly, the language stops feeling like a foreign thing and starts feeling like a familiar place. This is how Kate started her mornings, not with a test, but with the sound of English. Remember Kate? The girl crying in the bathroom? 2 months after she started using these 3 tools, her manager called her again. Kate, the client is here. Are you ready for the presentation? Kate did not have 800 words anymore. She probably forgot half of the words in her app. She maybe had 100 real words, but those words were hers. They were in her heart. She stood up. Her hands were shaking. She was still nervous, but she did not freeze. She looked at the client and she said, I feel a bit overwhelmed today, but I am brave enough to start. Let's look at our project. The clients did not care about her grammar. They did not care about her app streak. They cared that she was there, a real person talking about a real project. English is not a score. It is not a green bird telling you, good job. English is a bridge. It is a way to tell the world who you are and what you care about. So stop playing the game and start living the language. Use the life link. Connect words to your story. Use the 24-hour rule. Talk to your tea kettle tonight and use vibe listening. Feel the music of the sentences. Your life is the only textbook you really need. Take your time. Take care of your progress and keep going. Before you go, let's practice together. I'll say 3 sentences from today, slowly. Just repeat after me, out loud. Don't think, just say. My brain remembers what I feel. I connect new words to real moments in my life. English is not a list, it's a way of being. Beautiful. I'll see you in the next episode. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a story. Because the right episode at the right moment can change more than just your English.